Good evening, everybody. Should say good afternoon. It's 3:58 p.m. Saturday, February 12th. In today's video, we're going to go over the premier purveyors of veganism and how their brand of misinformation is related to the death of people and how misinformation kills people. We're going to show it clearly today. Hopefully everybody could follow through. Let us begin. March 15, 2020. This was posted by Edward Gunn, aka Earthling Ed. Vegan Jesus. COVID-19 started because we eat animals, so it was flagged as mostly false by PolitiFact. COVID-19 started because we eat animals. Ebola, swine flu, bird flu, HIV, SARS, and VCJD started because we eat and exploit animals. COVID-19 would not exist if the world was vegan. Your personal choice to eat animals impacts every living being on this planet. It's labeled mostly false. Well, the first thing I could tell you is HIV was caused by casual sex. I haven't heard of anybody going to a steakhouse and getting HIV. So this goes to show you how full of manure cowspiracy is. Early on in the coronavirus pandemic, which had infected more than 179,000 people worldwide, as of March 17, we saw a lot of baseless claims pinning the disease on the consumption of bats in China. Cowspiracy's Instagram post piggybacks on that misinformation. So Cowspiracy is full of manure in more ways than one. Now, this is March 15, 2020, when this was called out by PolitiFact. Very left-leaning. Yet, on August 15th of 2020, 5 to 6 months later, Earthling Ed again makes that statement and thinks because Dr. No Name over here, Dr. Gregor, who claims himself to be a disease expert, backs up Ed's false claim when the guy has no credentials in disease prevention or curing it. He's a doctor who's a GP in nutrition, who hasn't done his residency or his internship, which excludes him from treating patients. He can't have a private practice. He's a doctor in name only, not in practice. And then this guy over here is a film student. No credentials in nutrition, biology, climate change, nothing in the scientific field. Nothing at all. And they both state the same thing over again, and Ed thinks since he brings somebody with a doctor to his surname, added to his surname, is all of a sudden going to prove Ed right. Meanwhile, both of these idiots here work for Blue Horizon Ventures, which is a big front, and both of these guys are millionaires, like I said, and how they became millionaires is that they're going to help pitch Big Pharma's Frankenmeat to you, that Blue Horizon Ventures fronts for, because they are a Big Pharma front. What happens with false information? What does it do to people? You may ask. Well, let's give an example. Down the road, this is August 3rd, 2021. This false information was passed on August 15, 2020, when they're still talking about it. It was very much the de rigueur. They were telling me that if you were vegan, you had a 73% chance less to get COVID. And if you did get it and you were vegan, the symptoms would be less severe. So you don't need to take the vaccination. That's what they told me. And plus, the vaccine was tested on animals, which none of the vegans even stated, But they claimed that was the reason that this vegan, who refused the COVID vaccine in a stand against animal testing, died of the virus after begging for the jab. Boy, your ethics sure go out the window when you're dying, like you're dying of starvation. I can guarantee if you're dying of starvation and there's a chicken in front of you, all bets on veganism are off. And this is how misinformation kills people. This is how it kills people. This guy would have taken the vaccine if you guys probably didn't tell him that veganism gave him friggin' immunity superpowers. And they're not the only ones. We had Happy Healthy Vegan make a statement that the bubonic plague was caused by meat, when anybody in their junior year in high school knows it came over with the rats from the grain shipments from the Mideast. And then Happy Healthy Vegan one-upped it and said that, everybody's getting COVID-19 because of eating meat. And here's your results. You see, they don't cover this story the way they should, because these guys have been bullshitting that information that you don't need to take the vaccine if you're vegan, because, veganism is the be-all. It's just like they say about when you get heart damage from a heart attack, veganism reverses the damage. Bullshit. You won't get cancer if you're vegan. You remember that rumor? Bullshit. And now the latest bullshit. You won't get COVID-19 if you're vegan. And this is the misinformation right there killing this guy. He died slowly and in pain. Thanks, vegans. Thanks. I hope this guy haunts them both. And it's a crying shame that they can get away with shit like this. And on that, I'm out of here.